Closed captioning is brought to you by Insect Defend Patch. Deep free protection from biting insects.
Now, Kim, I'm suspecting that this rig has something to do with attracting fish in deeper water.
You're absolutely correct.
And trolling.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
why don't you explain to the viewers what we're holding up here?
Well, what we have here is we call it a 336 Bear Valley gang troll. And 3, of course, stands for the 3 blades.
Yep.
And 36, it's 36 inches long.
Okay.
It's equipped with a 3-inch metal rudder, which helps keep it straight, as you're trolling
so it doesn't spin all around.
And the blades, of course, are equipped with a clevis so that they
spin around.
They spin on the line. And at the end, of course, you would attach your favorite lure. And
how long of a leader would you use? Because you have to put a leader on there, right? You normally don't put the lure right here.
No, you could use maybe a 7 to 10 inch lead.
Okay, and then you put your lure on there, or bait, or whatever they're using. So traditionally, I call them gang trolls.
Yes.
Some people call them Christmas trees.
Cowbells is another.
Cowbells. Yep. These have been used for lake trout fishermen that are fishing in deep water, most of the time with steel line or weighing them down, so that it looks like a school of bait fish, right?
It does, and if you are fishing with monofilament or a braided line, it helps weight your line down and gets it down to the depths that the lake trout might be
Now, you make these in different sizes, from short ones, right?
Yes.
And then right up to this long one, like 36
9
inch.
inches to 5 feet long.
Okay. In British Columbia especially, they try to do the same thing that you do with your lake trolls, but they use one piece of metal or one piece of plastic in this case, and they call it a flasher. Because the whole thing is, they don't attract the fish to hit this thing, but it flashes just like your lake troll to attract the fish from a distance. So the flasher might look like the flash from a school of bait fish or from a salmon that's trying to get bait fish. And they run a flasher and then a short lead with a fly. Sometimes the flies are made out of plastic. They're like an imitation squid. And some of the more modern flies are like this. This is one that actually is just on the market. You can see here that it's got like a Kevlar material or like a nylon material, and they have a little head almost like the salt water, the large plugs that you troll with, you know, for tuna and stuff, Kona heads.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then 1 or 2 hooks. So it's the same idea. You try to attract the fish in deeper water just because there's so much water and the fish can be anywhere. Once they get close, they zero in on the bait, just like on your lake trolls. They zero in on the spoon or whatever bait you have on there and they hit it. So these are just more tools for you to use if you're planning on fishing deep water. You know, I think back, when did we meet? How many years ago?
We met, I believe it was like 9 years ago now.
Yeah. At that time, Aldo was guiding people shore fishing at the base of Niagara Falls. And he had a little boat, and it's amazing when I think back. You know, we've done so many shows together, fishing the Niagara River at the base of the falls, in the whirlpool, and drifting for the rainbows down at Queenston.
Lots of fun.
And then now out here on Lake Ontario, you've been walleye fishing down on the Bay of Quinte. You probably got the biggest walleye of your life.
Yep.
Trolling, you know, sub-zero temperatures in like January.
That was cold.
Yeah. This is nice because Aldo doesn't normally get a chance to fish. He's usually busy rigging rods and making sure his customers are in the fish.
That's right.
Now you notice the way he's fighting this fish. He's holding the rod tip pretty high because we've got all these other lines in the water, and Kim is controlling the boat because we've got to be very careful that we don't make any sharp turns, because when you have a lot of long lines out, because we've got the dipsy divers with up to 200 or 300 feet of line, the downriggers are down. So we got to be careful we don't get the lines tangled. Now you'll also notice that all 3 of us have our personal flotation device on. A little closer.
Oh, nice.
We got it too. Right in there. I'm going to just let him thrash in the water.
Yeah.
Okay, Aldo, you ready with the hook out?
Yep.
Or pliers? Okay.
Get the hook out of him.
Actually, if you can hold him up, just so they can see the spoon. Can you lift him up? Look at this. You can see that nice Lucky Strike spoon sticking out of his mouth. This particular one is the flipper, and it's got that nice combination of that orangey color and green with the black spots, and hooked just in the side of the mouth.
We call that the watermelon.
The watermelon color?
Watermelon works good.
Okay. We're going to put the fish back in the net. Nice rainbow. I think it's a male. It's hard to
Yeah,
tell.
it's a male.
And I'm going to just keep them over here. Again, these basket nets are ideal because the fish don't go down too deep. And there he goes, straight for the bottom. You know, we're making this look easy, but it's a 3-man job.